you guys. Hello, hello, hello. I feel like I'm getting a cold or something. Welcome to the Please Don't Irk Me Show. We have the wonderful David and Franklin coming on today. We're going to be talking about a lot of stuff. Now, if you have not seen the previous episodes, you need to jump on them right now. And I mean right now. Ooh, what drink is that? Ooh, that looks kinky.
No, I'm just here for the ride.
I think,
Okay.
Do you like our library? We're in our library.
I seen. I was like, oh, well, excuse me. First of all, y'all, they got money. Okay, we're talking about money on top of money, money, money. They live down.
Where did that narrative come from?
It's in our townhome that we own, purchased,
No,
not
stop
rented.
They live downtown, y'all. Like, we're not talking about the regular downtown.
Not your townhome. Keep being funny. So look, we do what we can. We work very hard. As does Theo.
Yes, Lord.
Yeah.
But yeah, so what are the cocktails? Because today we're talking about Showbiz, we're talking about the Locha Jean show, we're talking about the cocktails that we're drinking. So what do you guys have? Because we know that mixologist right there is amazing.
Right, this one over here. So put your drink in front of the cameras. What is it? Let's show the people.
I love the glasses.
This is just a classic margarita. Little Jose Cuervo, nothing too expensive, but still good. A little little margarita mixer. You know, I am a bartender, so I could make it from, kind of scratchy. But I was like, you know what? What's going on right now in life? Life is life, and so I will not be making or shaking anything. I put everything in the fridge at 3 p.m. and here we are. This is a standard margarita, but he has something a little more exciting. He doesn't even know.
So mine has a little bit more thoughtfulness.
Okay, yes, as it should.
Let me tell you what.
Let
Let me tell you what's in this.
He has no clue.
I'm not sure because Franklin made it. But what's in it, Franklin?
So he has a salt rim.
Okay.
Yes.
Blue curacao.
Okay.
Ooh.
That's the secret ingredient.
What's that?
It's a liqueur.
Yeah.
What's in that cup?
Yeah, what you got?
Cup, I have just Jim Beam and just some orange juice. That's
not Jim Beam. So can we do one quick cheers before we get
yes.
Yes.
All right,
cheers.
I love y'all.
Click.
Yes.
We love you. Thank you for yesterday, by the way. Yesterday was lit. Thank you.
Yes. It was
messing
so great
that
to
food
see
up.
y'all. Listen, because y'all Franklin plate was literally not
First one finished.
the food was dropped off at the table. I come swing back. I'm like,
yeah, I looked over.
Anything else?
Because he went quiet for a little bit, and I was eating my food, and then I looked over, and I was like, "Damn!" I'm like, "What's going on?"
Drink your juice. No, but I'm so excited because when I was thinking about the show, you guys were literally like the first ones that literally dropped in my mind because I'm like, I really think that it'll be really great for us to kind of dive into the show, dive into your lives. Tell us a little bit about your brand and tell us, all that good stuff, all that jazz.
Our brand, I would say that we're definitely campy. We're definitely music theater. And what we do, but we are giving you soap opera. So we like to think of the Locha Jean as a comedic soap opera. I've never heard of that term before, but
no, me either. That's actually very interesting.
I think it's applicable to what we're doing, and it kind of encompasses the vibes that we have, what we're bringing, and what we're aiming for. Comedic soap opera.
I think that. We almost are self-referential, so we make fun of ourselves. And so it's like we don't take ourselves too seriously. So there are heavier themes like, the DL culture and being gay, being black and gay. But I think that or being black and gay in a performance setting in show business, we kind of make light of all the maybe stereotypes or tropes that could come with that. And we're like, hey, no, we're taking our power back. These are the things that maybe have been used against us, but we're kind of package it how we want and how we see it. And we take our narrative back because we've all been theater boys forever. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like people like to throw these stereotypes on you. You know what I mean? And we're like, no, we'll show you what Arlen's actually is. Not just what people that never did it or aren't gay or aren't black or aren't, it's like people are always trying to tell you who you are. So this is kind of
Yes. Oh my gosh.
and this is our way of kind of saying this is how we see the world a
Yeah,
little
and it's
bit,
like
Right.
or how we see comedy. You know.
yeah, so it's more like I guess the Loach and Jean was more of was born more of out of like a rebellious spirit. It's like I'm so determined to do the thing that you say I couldn't do, the thing that shouldn't be successful, the thing that should make me the other, that should make me lesser than, and I'm going to like really maximize that, and that's the thing that it's going to center around
and use it to our advantage.
Yeah.
Do you think it goes against the grain a little bit for people to attract other people into it?
Absolutely. And I think, and we might get to this later, maybe not, but I think that usually when you see Black gay people, it's over sexualized, it's salacious, it's combative. And I think we really didn't go there. Are you blocking
I was
me
trying
with
to get it. I'm sorry.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
Like, it's like.
He's like, excuse me.
Maybe he didn't like what I said.
I'm working on the marketing.
Thank you, baby. But no, what I'm saying was, I think that people go to the extreme sometimes, and we didn't go to the extreme. I think that we just kind of did us. And I kind of wrote for, and also the other thing was it was written around a circle of friends. Like obviously it's not us. Right. We are not these characters, but I think I wrote for people that I knew. So nothing was too outlandish or crazy because it's like, these are actually real people that I know that can do these characters. So what it did was it grounded it in a way. Even though we call it a soap opera, a comedic soap opera, it still wasn't so far left. It's not Zeus.
Where did the idea branch from in like the first place? Where did the Loach and Jean show just come from?
So it was a collection of our humor. Franklin and I are very silly. So we kind of have an offbeat sense of humor. But we enjoy each other's company and being silly with each other. So what started as us just being silly and doing like small skits on TikToks, like those little ridiculous scenes, just doing something funny. It transformed into, I said, let's try like a full show. I'm not seeing I'm seeing scenes on TikTok, but I don't really see a full show on TikTok. Yes, I said that would be different, right? Yeah, what was most important to me was that we were original and we were unique. We were bringing something to this platform that wasn't there before. Now, it does take some time in between seasons because we got to write it, we got to film it. But
and life happens.
And life is life, and we're still working full time at our respective jobs. But, the thing I can say is like we put out episodes, full 12-minute episodes.
Yeah.
And sometimes over. And nobody's doing that on TikTok. No. You know what I mean? So I hope that...
Especially not dropping as consistent as you guys as well. Right. Because some people can drop something and, wait 3 months. We're just like, hey, we're still cliffhanging.
Right. Right. So what I'm hoping is that it creates a new space for artists like us and not think of it so much as a platform where we just take sounds from other videos and mouth to it or do little dances. Like why can't we make small mini feature films or mini series?
Everything was so organic. You and Theo had done a show 20 years ago. So we knew to come to you and
our age. Guys, we're still 20 years old, okay? We're still 20, okay? Make them hear you.
But my point is just like, none of it was forced. A friend of ours was Corey. Like, a friend of ours was Corey. Like, he lived with him, and he introduced us. He was one of the villains. Were you a villain? Do you think you were a villain?
I honestly do think that I was a villain. First and foremost, let me truly say this. It was such an honor for you guys to call me to see if I was going to be interested in this part. Now, just to let you guys know, they told me I had to audition. Okay, this part was just given. Okay?
That's true. Everybody had to audition for season 2.
I had to read line.
Right.
I had to film myself, and then, Franklin was like, you just read off the paper. I said, no, I'm going deeper than this. I'm taking this seriously. I'm getting into character. So when you said I got the part, I was just like, oh my God. But then when you guys told me who it was and my character, I was like, oh, I have to be mean.
Yeah. Oh, several times.
But I know how to be mean. I mean, there was a time in my life where I wasn't always smiling and joyful, but it was such a joy for me to step outside of my box and to learn lines, to get into character. And a lot of my friends were like, you were just being yourself. I was like, I'll try it.
Look. Well, we don't see that.
I don't think you were being yourself because we definitely have rehearsals. Remember the rehearsals, Theo? Like we were giving notes, like
go there. We were like, go there, Theo.
We were like pushing everybody.
Oh, and I was just like, gosh, guys, I don't want to, but if I have to, I would definitely show up.
Right. So I like
showed up and showed out.
So I like to believe that these characters for us are like adjacent to our real personalities, but there really was acting involved. Like I feel like I could be Gene if I really turned it up, but there is acting involved. I feel like he could be the notes, but there's acting involved.
You guys, I mean, there were at times where I'm just like, is that Franklin or is
right?
I don't know. Because
hold on now.
I'm like, he is so into this character. I'm just like, should I snap him out of it? I don't know. I don't know if he's out of it yet or not. But the characters that you guys played, it was just, I mean, all of the writing, all of the editing and things like that. I think you guys did a beautiful job with everything. And y'all know how much I told you my sister watched it faithfully. Every single time the episode came out, she texted me like, I know you lying. I'm just like,
wow. That means a lot.
So who actually inspired the show? Or were there shows that inspired the Deloach and Jean show? Or like, or was there certain people who inspired the show?
Yeah, you go.
So, as Franklin mentioned earlier, usually when you see...
I'm sorry, my friend said I need to tune in and catch up with the show.
Yeah,
you did. I sent you the link. I'm telling you, I sent you the link. It's really, really good.
So thank you for wanting to catch up on that. So as Franklin mentioned, I think when we see queer projects, it's always about some type of like trauma, whether it's trauma or it's like over-sexualized or... There's like a bunch of beautiful people. And not to say that those things don't happen.
Because we cute.
Yeah, we cute. Not to say that those things don't happen and that those aren't valid stories in our community. Right. However, why can't we just... Where's the black gay nerd representation? Where's like the normal gay representation? Why do I have to be fabulous to have a story? You know what I mean? So it was that wanting to see some type of representation in that way, coupled with the idea that, black gay men can be funny too. And we pulled our inspiration from shows like I Love Lucy and
Will and Grace
and
Martin. And so let me tell you this story real quick.
Really?
We watched Martin as a kid, right? But I think he kind of, as a kid, you experience things differently. We're now rediscovering it together again. I watched it a lot, but I think we're both now watching it again as adults.
Right.
And oftentimes I'll nudge him like, that's kind of what the idea was.
I was watching it. So I started rewatching it again. And I was like, oh my God. I was like, this show is like brilliant. It's actually hilarious. When we're a kid, we think everything is funny. But as an adult, I was like, this is actually legit funny. But what I was recognizing was, there was a lot of like Martinisms in Deloach and Jean, just the way that these characters behave and what they do, and I was like, oh my God,
and the silliness. I think sometimes when we were going over scripts together and we were rewriting together, right? I think sometimes people would be like, oh, that's too far. This character can't do that. Why can't they?
And we push that different narrative, like we should, because like you said, the over-sexualized thing is really getting old. Like it really is. And all the YouTube shows, they're all doing the same. It's the same script. It's the same thing over and over again. I'm just like, does anybody want to be original? But I really have to ask this question. How in God's name did you guys get on the Kelly Clarkson show, sit in that audience, and win that envelope? Because the excitement that was on your faces, I felt it all the way through the actual video. How did that even happen?
Money's going to an audience member, so everybody check under your seat and see if you're the winner of $1,000. You have no faith it's you. Yeah!
I'm your biggest fan. I'm sorry.
Oh my God.
I love you so much, so this is crazy.
I love you so much
And he
for
was
your...
gonna take my seat, but
Oh my God.
I love you. I love you so much.
Oh, that's so nice.
You're so personable. Your voice is amazing. Yes, Kelly. This is
Wait. Wait, I love you for this. I love the compliments, but this moment is about you. So what are you going to do with that $1,000?
Well, we are content creators, and we have a show coming out on TikTok. We are creating content constantly. It's coming out in the new year,
What's
2023.
the show?
It's called Deloach and Jean. It will be out 2023. What's your TikTok, babe?
Dave_Bays.
Oh my God, I'm gonna have y'all back whenever you
Yes, please have us back when we do like more of the show.
Yes.
But like, this is so freaking crazy.
Oh my God, I'm so
And we love you,
happy
Kelly.
for y'all.
The excitement that you were feeling and our emotions that we were displaying were real because we were in LA on vacation. So, yeah, we were in LA on vacation for a week. We had already started filming parts of season 1 of Deloach and Jean, had already been working on it. And we went there for a week, and Kelly Clarkson was just one of the shows we were just visiting just because we were in LA. So we were standing outside in line. What I observed, he didn't know this was happening. There was someone who kind of had like, they just looked like someone that was like important. They had like a clipboard they were holding, and they were kind of just on the outer rim of the line, just watching us. And I noticed that she stopped and she was watching Franklin specifically. And she watched him for a little bit. And then after she was done, she said, she looked at one of the interns, I guess, and she said, okay, I'm going to head in now. So when we headed in, they told us where to sit. They said, sit in these seats. And that's where we sat.
Favor.
Right. But here's the real gag, though. That morning when we got up and we were like, we're going to the Kelly Clarkson show? I was like, yeah. And I was like, okay. You know what? We're going to be the best guest she's ever had. And she's going to want to talk to us. And then when we get up to talk, this is what we said morning. We said, when we get up to talk, we're going to talk about the Deloach and Jean show.
They sit us in specific seats, right? And eventually she's like, someone has $1,000 on their seat, and it just happened to be us. We react, and she goes, you win for the best reaction. He had said earlier that day, we were going to be the best guest.
We were reacting that way because we spoke it into...
But it was just like, we were just gagged.
We were just gagged. Like, gagged and gooped.
And then gagged and gooped. And then... That's been our new thing we've been saying for 2 weeks.
Please don't irk me.
I think we're more gooped than gagged. But my point is, she goes... Because I kept trying to compliment her. And she was like, no, this is about you. Thank you. I love it. It makes me feel great. But she said, it's about you. So what do? We said, well, we have a show, the Deloach and Jean show, you know? So it almost felt like we had to keep going after that because it was like, okay, we've already promised this.
Oh my God. Yeah, once we said it on the TV, because we were already kind of working on it. Yeah. But once we said it on TV, I was like,
it became real.
You gotta go home and write some more scripts.
Yeah. Now, it's crazy how all that has manifested. And then you guys have submitted your show to award things and all that stuff. And you guys have won multiple awards. Yeah. Because now, y'all, the Deloach and Jean show is international. Because they won in Canada.
Literally.
Hello.
Yeah. Where you start is not where you finish. And life is about evolution and the journey. And I think Deloach and Jean have taught us that or solidified that. And some moments are rough. We can be real enough to say that. But so is Awkward Black Girl before it turned into Insecure.
Yeah.
So it's just like where you started is not where you're going to finish. So you cannot be so hard on yourself where, you just, get so hard on yourself, Yeah,
because I just want to be clear for the masses, anyone that's watching. David is naturally a perfectionist. So it's very hard for me to put myself out there or do something that I feel like isn't thoroughly polished. But I'm giving myself grace and recognizing that if I was seeking perfection every time I attempted to make art, I would never make art.
Listen, people always want to have an opinion. And at this point, with the Please Don't Irk Me platform, obviously I ruffle feathers. That's obviously what I do.
You love it.
And I do love it because I love other people's reactions because even just yesterday, it was a show about content creating. and how people shouldn't be scared, you know, just like posting their content. Because if you always worried about what somebody else is going to think about you posting that, you're never going to do it. So I posted just because I just want to make people mad, and then for them to come into the comments. And you know, I turned that whole thing, because it becomes like anxiety too, where you're just like, oh my God, what did somebody comment? What did somebody say? Are they gonna like it? All that stuff. But then I had to realize I don't give two craps, and I'm gonna laugh at that comment that didn't like my video. I'm gonna be like, thank you, friend, thank you for watching.
Yeah, and that's the thing. So I think Franklin probably reads the comments more than I do, but I don't really read the comments because I, you know, having a theater background and, you know, training, and you do too.
That's what I'm saying. What the fuck do I have then?
Like, so I'm sorry. What have I been through? I'm sorry.
What am I? Such glass?
Wait, what am I? Like a vagabond on the street begging for change? For
obviously
my voice of men impression?
What I'm saying is,
like, I have a
both of y'all stop it.
I said, well, I guess I don't know what I've been doing.
Like, I guess I'm just here. I mean, we see who Beyonce is.
I guess I gotta do some pirouettes in the street. No, what I'm saying is that, you know, we're used to being under intense scrutiny at all times from being performers, right? So I knew that I couldn't approach this with the same mindset. I was solely doing this for the satisfaction of myself.
With you guys being in a relationship and you guys having a show, how do you guys juggle that together?
It's definitely a process. So it's interesting. Before I got with him, I would watch shows like Tamar and Vince, where you see people working together and trying to navigate that. I really think it's an ego thing. If you really don't look at yourself as a superstar or the artist, if you look at it as more of like a collaborative thing, I think you can get through anything. Where it's like the goal is bigger than the individual. Get it. People feel like they have talent, they want to do certain things. We all have our individual goals. He has his and I have mine, right? But at the same time, with the Loach and Jean, we were like, whatever happens, we're in this together.
Constant
I also love that you guys were always respectful of each other on set. Like, always. Like,
oh, good to hear.
I mean,
offset. Like, no, I'm kidding.
No, sometimes it was like too much.
No, because at the same time, I know that both of you guys are creatives, and I know that you guys have a vision. I know you guys want to execute things a certain way. So when I see you guys have, like, you know, side talk, you'll be like, nah, baby, I don't like that. I like that. Yeah. We should probably do it this way. But it was always respectful and always understanding somebody outside. It was never like it was falling on deaf ears. Now, I do want to play a game with you guys.
Oh, game time. You ain't drink. Did you drink?
I have been.
So people that have been watching this, I've been throwing this back, but I'm not really making it.
Listen, I just, it's a glass half full, you know, I don't know, half empty. We don't know. Right. We don't know. But if you guys are just tuning in, this is David and Franklin. They have a platform called the Loach and Jean Show, which is really great. You guys should check it out. Make sure that you guys tap the screen. Make sure that you guys interact on their page as well. Make sure you go to their YouTube page, all their socials, and all that good stuff. But the game we're going to play is who sang it better? These two artists sang the same song, but who sang it better? Okay, you ready? Okay, so the first one is, and I'm telling you, Jennifer Hudson or Jennifer Holliday?
I'm going with Jennifer Holliday.
Jennifer Holliday? Okay, how about you, Franklin?
Me as well.
Really?
You want to know why?
So why? Because she's the original.
She's the original. And think how amazing that must have been back when that show first premiered, to hear a woman on stage singing like that. And she was doing it 8 times a week. Now, some of her vowels and, you know,
some of her vowels
are a little questionable.
Very much so.
But what I can say, though, watching that Tony Awards performance of hers.
Oh my gosh!
Like,
we all understood why she got that Tony. We all understood why.
Could you imagine being in that audience, hearing it live?
Yes.
And how amazing that must have been. So I love Jennifer, I do, and I do feel like Jennifer found some new emotions and nuances in the song. But I also think that's in part due to it being in a movie and there being additional direction provided and it being pre-recorded.
Okay, this next one, you guys might look at me a little differently. Okay, who's singing better? I'm Here. Cynthia, was it Erivo?
Erivo.
Erivo or Fantasia? Who's singing
Fantasia.
better? Well, why Fantasia?
I say Fantasia because Fantasia, the clips I've seen of Fantasia in The Color Purple on Broadway, not the movie, there was a ferociousness, there was a rawness to her singing. And Cynthia does the same thing too, but Cynthia's voice will always be pretty to me. But Fantasia having that rasp and singing that song with that rasp and that guttural unction from herself made the song more powerful for me.
No, she sings down for me. I think what it is about Cynthia is that she is a very technical singer.
She's very refined.
Yeah, but I mean, you can feel the things that she's saying. I mean, the things that she's singing about. But Fantasia comes from like a place of, I don't know, experience. Like, I feel like she was there in the mud and the valley, and then she was up there in the mountains as well. Like, she just gives like that different vibe, which is the reason why when other people ask me like, who's singing better, her or Jennifer Hudson, I'm just like, it's always going to be Fantasia for me because Jennifer is just going to shout it, and it's just going to be.
And it's not always what we want.
Next one is
What Jennifer's on this live?
By the Jackson 5 or Mariah Carey. I'll be there. Who's singing better?
I love Mariah. Like, I think Mariah, and at that time, was giving us classic vocals. Michael's a kid, but I resonate more with Mariah's version.
Okay.
I think she has a good vocal. She interprets it. It's close enough, but still different enough. I don't know.
I'm going to give it to Michael because what was he, all of like 7 when he was singing?
But I don't like when you sing something as a child so young and then 10 years later you can't dare sing it.
I get
it's
that.
Like
I get it, but he was singing down like he was 34.
Right. This one you guys are probably going to be like, it's probably a no-brainer, but I'm still going to ask. All right, Lady Marmalade, who's singing better, Patti LaBelle or the 4 girls that sang Christina Aguilera, Little Kim?
I like the collaboration. I think we might
surprise you right now.
Which one?
I'm going to go with the second one.
I like the collaboration.
Really?
I think it's very exciting.
They were singing.
It builds and builds and builds.
Who was your favorite one, though? Who's your favorite out of the 4? No, come on.
Christina fucking Aguilera. Can I cuss on this line?
Christina's.
Oh, okay.
Oh, you like Pink.
Christina is second to me, but Pink was the one who really brought it down. Now, of course, you know, Christina hits the high notes. Like, we all know she wanted that.
But so can Pink. It builds to
Pink can get up there, too. People really forget she has a very wide range. But Pink be singing down. And I also love Pink because Pink almost slapped Christina in her face because she thought that she could play in her face and she couldn't.
Christina wasn't a nice girl.
And the last one that we have is who's singing better? The song One Night Only. Who had the better rendition? Was it Beyonce's rendition or Jennifer's rendition?
Jennifer.
Beyonce. Thank you. Beyonce.
Can I say that really quickly? Something like that.
You heard that?
That was nice.
Oh, Mad River, I get tired of that. All right. But no, I like the Beyonce version because it was a whole spectacle. But I like the vocal too. It's very sexy and like alluring and like
yes. Because I mean, of course, Jennifer sings it down. We do know Jennifer sings it down. But I mean, the only part I really like is the beginning. That's the only part I like. She's like, "You want all my love,"
right?
And I'm just like, "All right, well,
maybe
Jenny."
That's why I like Jennifer's better. I'm like, give me all the heartache and pain because make me want to get a divorce. I don't know.
Hold on now. Let me block our Dream Girls on his Spotify.
Oh, I'm sorry.
He's been stashing the phone all night, and then at one time I try to like.
You better drink it down. But it was so great having you guys on. It was really awesome. Thank you guys for being on here. But tell us about the brand and tell us what's next and we should be looking forward to in the future.
Cool. So to be honest, there's a lot happening in our private lives. So I just got a promotion. Oh, we got it. Yeah. So we got a dog. That's like having a baby. I got promoted at my job.
Congrats!
Thank you. In HR. Thank you.
Ooh,
Franklin just got.
I'll be in touch.
Yes. Franklin just got a new job as well, which is a promotion in a sense. He's now a beverage manager at the casino. So
something that's long overdue because you've been doing this for a while. Like seriously. Right. And when you said a bar manager, I was like, oh.
Yeah. So
use me.
He's the whole beverage manager of a few different bars in that casino. So
that is awesome.
Yeah. So
how does that feel with you guys, elevating and growing?
Well, we're also moving too. It's a lot going on. The dog. It's a lot.
Moving?
Well, yes. We got to call you, okay?
We'll catch up.
That shows how busy we all have been.
We'll get some more cocktails.
Right. So all that to say, the brand is still there. We are still working and aiming to do a season 3. However, it may be a little bit delayed because there are some major life changes happening with both of us. But we thoroughly
not forget about it.
We thoroughly appreciate all of the support we've gotten from people that have watched, people that have shared, people that have commented. Thank you so much. Please know that, when we're not posting, it's not because we don't want to. Right. There's just a lot going on and it's a lot of work.
And every time we get something from Film Freeway, from those film awards or film competitions, we're reminded like, okay, this is what we need to keep doing. But it's just gonna take take a
so in the interim, because the Lotion Gene is such a big project, we do have some ideas for like shorter, smaller independent films, smaller like scenes and things, because I do think it's good because we can kind of do whatever we want, right? So I think it's good if we show people the dramatic side, the more emotional side, not of these characters, but just us as actors, as performers, to kind of make it clear like, we're all encompassing over here.
Yeah.
It is such a joy to even know you guys in general. Because I know David for a very, very long time. Like, it's been about, some odd years, because we're not going to show our age today. And it has just been so awesome to, experience this with you guys and to be on the road with you guys through this whole journey. So I thank you guys so much for coming in today. You guys have really made my dream come true.